folks, and welcome back to the island. Things are pretty much as we left them. Our new tram system up and running pretty well. We have out into the world. We have located all three of the crime bosses we will need to acquire. I think for us we might actually start with Marvin DeLuca because we have fairly sizable quantity of technicians out and about. So I'm going to deposit another technician there. Then we can take this crowd from Southern Africa and divert them to the west coast. This should be adequate. Oh dear. That is quite the crowd. I think I am going to press the alert, which is going to cause my minions to walk into the armory as mentioned, and they will arm them. This is not a crowd we want to mess with in any capacity. As you can see on the green tag, I actually can capture my own guys if I am so inclined. In this case, I'm going to have Maximilian head on over and gloat at fools currently inside the jail cells. Then I'm going to have them shot to make space for the saboteur. Imprisoning the saboteurs in this way is a very good method to ensure that they can be disposed of safely and won't come back to cause problems.
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
So I will gloat at this guy as well.
Warning, hostile presence detected in base.
There we go, that's them taken care of.
Prisoner execution order confirmed.
I think we can afford to stand down for the moment.
I live to sever.
Of course, Jubei is going to have to make mincemeat out of the gentleman who felt like it was a good idea.
The West Coast is abuzz with rumors that Marvin DeLuca, the reclusive crime boss, has been spotted boarding a plane at a private airfield outside Los Angeles. DeLuca is rarely seen in public since the famous Laszlo twin murders. So, whatever has drawn the Don out of his hiding must be important. Perhaps a grand meeting of crime bosses, Bill?
Brr, I wouldn't like to be in a room with guys like that. All those big guns. You think they're compensating for something, Larry? Hey?
I must stress that Bill's views do not represent my own.
Hey, Bill, you want to get cat?
A very sensible outlook. Now I will demolish this corridor in order to make some space for pharmacy where our members of staff can recuperate any lost health, treat their injuries, and so forth. It might be seen as rather peculiar given the fact that we're supposed to be evil after all, but we want some mileage out of our minions as well. And I believe this is one of the better ways to get this. So we need 2 pharmacy booths and 1 time clock. This should be sufficient to allow anybody who is wishing for a bit of a boost to get their health taken care of.
Intruder tagged for psychological weakening. Intruder detected on security network.
And here we have a technician repairing the pressure pad. A risky position to be in for sure. We will tag all of these for weakening.
Warning, burglary in progress.
Now let's see how things are going on the world. All well so far. Let's see what's this. Philosopher's Stone. Reports are emanating from provincial villages regarding the discovery of a stone tablet rumored to be engraved with previously unknown teachings from the great philosopher Confucius. The relic is currently under constant surveillance in the temple where it was discovered, while leading historians and archaeologists fly in from all corners of the globe to study the find. Send some minions in to grind the tablet blank before it gets moved to a higher security location. It's doubtful that Confucius himself would approve of our evil intentions, but he's been dead for over 2,000 years, so what's he going to do? Seems like a pretty perfect mission for us. We will send in 5 workers, 3 scientists, 2 others, 2 guards. And that should be sufficient. We will
I
please
have a
kill her.
very special move.
Thank you, Jubei. She's not leaving the island with my gold. That just isn't happening. Not in a million years. Finally, it seems like the minion program is proceeding reasonably well. I'm going to send in a larger contingent of guards to North China due to the fact that we rather quite would like to succeed in this mission and also prepare to capture the crime boss laying low. Points required for a wind walk. Ah. Oh yes, I should not have let them.
Capture tag issued.
I should not have let them
Like the wind.
leave the base. Hopefully, Jubei can get to her in time and make sure that anything she has seen is going to Jubei. Come on, is going to
Using threat of brain.
yep. She's he's going to be getting away successfully, unfortunately. So it is. Hide, hide, and you also can hide. And you.
Mission underway.
Significant justice presence all of a sudden. A little bit of a shame. I would have been happy to keep acquiring all of the funds this would bring in, but we can deal. Almost done. Let's see how the mission went.
Attention, citizens of North China. This is a party announcement. Our country has once more been desecrated by the unknown evil organization that has shown great disrespect to both the exalted party chairman and to Anvil. They are not believed to be aligned with the Western capitalist pig dogs, but at this stage, nothing is certain.
So what I did there was I sent in a crowd of ballots to the Indian subcontinent in preparation for the operation to receive, or not receive, to bring in the Indian crime boss. We can all be rather quite frank with the fact that there's very little voluntary going about here when it comes to their attending this island. Here we have a guy out to collect our funds. Fairly good income. Although one might ask, why are we having 2 guards plotting in Europe and China respectively? That's really not what they excel at. That being said, we almost have ourselves a full stack of gold, which is nice. I think actually this guard's, or this construction workers' contribution will see our stacks of gold. Only 400, 200. Not sure how I feel about this in all honesty. Meanwhile, the pop-up dummy and wind machine combo continues to create victims.
Citizens of North China, this is an important party message. The secretive criminal who has for so long been controlling the Chinese underworld has finally been thrust out into the open. It is believed that he may be attending a meeting with other powerful crime bosses. This man has defied the party on many occasions, so it is your duty to apprehend the villain if you see him. The chairman demanded.
Tremendous.
The world can be a
Thank you, video tutorial. Appreciated, as always. Now what we're doing is we're essentially away. This is a
Intruder tagged for capture.
this is a bad crowd.
Capture tag issued.
I'm going to need someone to come and here is Mr. Laying Low. Doing something important indeed. think Saber is really rather quite focused on getting us to I have a small shortage of guards, in all honesty. Perhaps the best decision is to recall some of them to the island. Excellent. There he is.
Greetings, friends. It's total gridlock here in Delhi today. The streets are teeming with people hoping for a glimpse of Arman Krishnan, the charismatic crime boss who's come out of hiding for the first time in years to catch a plane toward unknown destination. Despite his checkered history, Krishnan remains a popular Indian folk hero for defying British colonial rule. It is not yet known where he has ventured out, but whoever he is planning to meet must be very important.
Now Jubei here needs to get some practice with his sword. Always
Hostile presence detected in base. Intruder tagged for termination.
At once, Sensei. My blade is strong.
I'm sure Jubei can handle 2-on-1. Now let's see what we have here. Nikita Leonov, the notorious butcher of St. Petersburg, has arrived here on your very island, but he is refusing to acknowledge your authority. A good battering in the mess hall counter's big mixing bowl should bring him round to your way of thinking. I approve of this approach. I believe this is the proper way of handling this. All we need to do now is to find the man himself. Perhaps he has not arrived yet. Ah, there is Arman Krishna. Welcome to the base. I hope you will enjoy your stay. Panicked by body bag. Well, if you're going to panic over something, may as well make it something gruesome. There are piles of gold stacking ever higher. At the moment we don't really have very much to spend it on, however. Perhaps I can send in or send out some construction workers. It is going to complicate matters slightly, having all of the construction workers gone, but I have faith in their ability to. We just need to fill this up. It's a little bit expensive to do, but I really rather quite want that painting. Now, technicians have a special trait when it comes to acts of infamy. Valets lower the heat generated, whereas the technicians actually lower the amount of time required to carry out the mission. This is a useful feature for sure. It doesn't make the mission any less dangerous, however, but it is what it is, especially if you feel slightly impatient. This crowd, they still seem to be having problems getting into the base. These guys should hide. We're making quite an awful lot of bank just now. You can see the pile of gold is actually looking as a little bit more respective compared to how it was when we started
Intruder
out.
tagged for psychological weakening.
Let's do this.
Commencing mission.
At some point I really would like to acquire those bosses. But as the saying goes, all in due time. Oh,
Greetings, comrades. The only official radio station in Cuba is proud to bring you splendid news from El Presidente. Viva El Presidente! In a glorious coup, El Presidente and his hammer troops have crushed a pathetic plot by an evil organization. Speaking after his victory, El Presidente dedicated the triumph to you, the people of Cuba.
right, well that was a miserable failure. I guess I should have sent along more guards. I will be sure to do this next time. As of right now, I'm just trying to pinpoint the location of the man I'm supposed to put in the mixing bowl. Tourists this way. Oh. Would you look at that? Russian super criminal.
Intruder tagged for capture.
Juve, I have a job for you. Do it and do it well. So there we have him running out to join the fight, or to start one. Sword at the ready. This guy seems... This guy must have been rather quite high. Now then, let's see here. Yes, we have some investigators in the middle of our base.
Kill tag issued. Intruder detected on security network.
Now this guard here has some serious loyalty issues, and unfortunately there is a risk that this body bag may compound them. I think.
Wunderbar. Yes.
Oh yes, everything loses the area of effect when
Yes.
inside a freezer.
Yes. Das ist gut, ja. There is better. Yeah,
I think it would be important
I need to be here.
to oversee operations
I
in the
need to be
control room
here.
for a bit. I'm not sure what has happened here. Oh, I see. Jubei got downed and out by that trap. This is quite remarkable, I think.
Intruder tagged for termination. Warning, hostile presence detected in base.
I believe the old alert button is appropriate here. I think I will need to disconnect that poison trap for a moment because everybody is suffering from practically crippling inattentiveness. Heck, where did the Russian mobster go? Was he forgotten about and left out in the fire and he just walked off? I would guess that's essentially exactly what happened. Astonishing.
What? No blood spray?
Yes, Jubei, please do go and see to matters. I think we can stand down now. It's
Surrender is not honorable.
This guy takes a very, very relaxed approach to the whole self-defense thing. Fortunately, the person that went for him is
Weekend tag issued. Intruder detected on security network.
only a construction worker, so we can get more where he came from.
Prisoner interrogation requested. Select an interrogation device to proceed.
Yes, it's not ideal if the mixer is occupied when this guy gets here, but I believe they will be able to wrap up matters quickly. Oh, I accidentally hid all of the tokens on the map. No wonder I couldn't see where anybody was. They need to hide regardless, because suddenly there's a fairly significant justice presence out and about.
Intruder tagged for psychological weakening. Warning, hostile presence detected in base. Object has been ordered.
Excellent. This lady is being interrogated successfully. All's well so far. These guys can go back to stealing now. A fairly good bit of cash.
Warning, high security door breached.
What door would that be? The entryway door, perhaps? I wouldn't know. Either way, this lady still has a fair few spins to go. Oh, it's a risk 4 mission. No wonder things went the way they did. There's no way that plain old construction workers can be expected to handle themselves in a 4-risk mission. It's impossible. They are, as the saying goes, nowhere near qualified. One more. When they arrive, I will also collect all of the guards from the various countries and have them reallocated to Cuba for this mission. They will try very hard to protect that painting, but they will not succeed. Nearing the 34-minute mark. I think ending on the note of capturing the painting is going to be a very good time to end. This lady is almost done with her activity, and it's time to process the prisoner.
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
Protect me, little guy!
Alright, let's do this.
Mission underway.
No, never mind.
Greetings, comrades. The only
We're
official
going to
radio
abort
station in
it
Cuba is
because-
proud to bring you splendid news from El Presidente. Viva El Presidente! In a glorious coup, El Presidente and his hammer troops have crushed a pathetic plot by an evil organization. Speaking after his victory, El Presidente dedicated the triumph to you, the people of Cuba.
I had completely forgotten the fact that we needed to bring in the guard team to take care of this. brought in. We're currently waiting for the cooldown to end. Unfortunately, it's going to take a very brief while, but then we will be sure to get them. You don't remove the guy's swords, do you? That's a terrible idea, my friend. I can't imagine that's pleasant, especially not given how much he's screaming.
Commencing mission.
Then again, that's his problem, not mine. A dangerous mission, but as you can see with the guards, we are losing significantly less people. The hope is, of course, that the guards don't all die. There we go. 7 seconds left. It looks like we will be bringing this one home.
Hola, Cuba. This is the National News Broadcast. Remember, all other radio stations are banned. If you listen to them, you're betraying El Presidente. Vive el Presidente! You may have heard distressing rumors that a horde of evil persons have committed an atrocity in our beloved Cuba. El Presidente would like to make it known that these rumors are false, and any evidence to the contrary is merely coincidence. On an entirely unrelated matter, El Presidente has made a request to Hammer for more troops.
Now then, we have an interesting, very interesting point to end at. We find ourselves with a choice here. We need to select a new henchman. We have a few choices. We have from Sweden, near Gothenburg, we have the Matron. It has come to our attention that the hideous psychopath, best known as the Matron, has expressed an interest in becoming a part of our evil retinue. This conniving old biddy first came to the attention of the world when she was caught torturing the cretins that were housed at the Swiss Mental Institute where she used to work. That's option 1. We have option 2, bonus henchman. Colonel Blackheart, the famous big game hunter, has been slowly running out of things to hunt now that conservationists are stopping this kind of work. Lately, he has been hiring out his talents to anyone who can pay, as long as there is something to shoot at the end of the day. Send a man to the depths of the Congo to cut short his latest expedition. He should find our kind of quarry far more interesting. North Africa, crew Dr. Neurocide. Our agents have received word from the infamous Dr. Neurocide that she would wish to add her considerable scientific skills to our cause. She is currently enjoying a holiday in the Madagascar and states this would be an ideal opportunity to squirrel her away with relative ease. And finally, in Siberia, we have Red Ivan. Our spies have found the hideout of the villainous former secret police general known simply as Red Ivan. He carries a bazooka and is deliciously sadistic with it. Armed to the teeth and built like the proverbial brick latrine, it would certainly pay dividends to have him on our side in a fight. So there we have it. Red Ivan is a fairly dangerous fellow to have in battle, mainly because he does an awful lot of friendly fire. However, the choice of minion is going to be for next time. If you have any opinions on which one we should go for, please feel free to put this in the comments. On that note, thank Thank you for watching. Take care. And let's mess this guy up next time. Thank you, everyone.